What's up, everybody? My name is Parasite. Welcome back to Challenging Celtic with Hearts. Today we have Livingston in the Scottish Cup 5th round and Rangers in the Scottish Premiership. And as you can see by the league table, things aren't exactly going to plan. We are currently in 3rd place, which is an accomplishment. I will give you that. But we are 10 points behind Rangers with they have 3 games in hand. And we are 9 points behind 2nd place Celtic, and they have 2 games in hand. So I think there's a definite gap between the top 2 and the rest of the league. We are not, the whole goal of this is to bridge that gap, and we are not there yet. We had a lot of work to do getting promoted from the championship last season. We had to get up to the Premiership, then we had to try to break up the, dynasty that is Rangers and Celtic. And it's not going to happen overnight. As you can see, there's a definite gap, and it's going to stay that way for a little bit. It's going to take us a couple seasons to bridge that gap. I knew it going into it. I would have figured you knew it going into it. So we're not cutting into their leads yet, but we're at least establishing ourselves as the 3rd best team in Scotland so far. We're only 6 points clear of Hamilton, and they have a game in hand. So we can't, jump the shark. We have to pay attention to these upcoming games and stop what has been a pretty dreadful run of form. If we look at the schedule, since I last saw you for the Celtic and Cove Rangers matches, it started off well. A 4-1 win over Hibernian, Leonardo scoring a brace, Ricci scoring a penalty, Inlundulu on the score sheet again. But since that game, it's kind of fell apart. Next game, a 0-0 draw with Motherwell. I thought it was fine. A 0-0 away from home. You're going to have those. Our front line wasn't very good. Our defense was really good, so that was good to see. And then it wasn't anymore. We played St. Johnston and we lost 3-0. Like, Sutar and Mitch Clark got good ratings somehow, but we conceded 3 goals. And our front line, again, 2 games in a row, was terrible. So that was a little bit worrying. And then we had a 4-4 with Dundee. So defense still not good, but attack finally doing something. Dan Inlundulu specifically doing something with a hat trick. Anthony Alonga getting a goal as well. So goal scoring wise, great. We hadn't scored in 2 games, so it's great to get 4 goals, but defensively, 7 goals in 2 games is bad. So yeah, not great. And then we had 2 games in a row against Livingston. The first one did not go well. A 1-0 loss. At least we didn't concede 4 goals, but again, our front line just absent. They're really inconsistent right now because they had a pretty good. Well, I guess one was a friendly, but they had a good 2-game stretch where they scored 4 goals a game. One against Cove Rangers, I'll give you that, but the other against a legit Hibernian team. And since then, they've scored 4 again, but I don't know. The attack and the defense can't both play well at the same time, it seems. It's one or the other, or possibly neither. So, yeah. That's how things have been going. Now we need to beat Livingston in the Scottish Cup. It's not guaranteed. They're not. Where are they in the league? Livingston are mid-table, 8th place. So, we beat teams like this last year when we were in the championship. And now we're in the Premiership. We should be beating Livingston. Rangers, we don't have a good record against Rangers. We have the 1 draw at the start of the season. But other than that, 2 losses. Not ideal. So I'm kind of writing that one off right now. But this is the most important match, the Livingston match. We're not on the Rangers level right now, but we should be on the level of Livingston. We should be able to beat them. So to get into the squad, get into team selection, this is what I'm going with. Craig Gordon stays in goal. Mitch Clark, Josh Knight, John Sutar, and Aiden White in the defense. Obviously, I don't think I mentioned this, but where is he? Where is he? Am I blind? Oh, right, there he is. Michael Smith was injured. He's just coming back to full fitness now. He's not quite fit for this match, so he's going to start on the bench. He hadn't been very good anyways, so it's not a huge loss. Mitch Clark is okay. His rating's not great, but he's okay. Knight and Sutar, Aiden White at left back. Again, not ideal, but yeah, we got to work with it. Where is Andy Halliday is fit, but I don't know if he's really a better option. Kingsley, just coming back from injury in 4 days. So we've got to roll with Aiden White. Odasoe has been our key man, really. Him and Inlundulu have been running the show so far. Torol has been doing okay. Not recently. Recently, he's been pretty poor. Last game, he played a 6.5, and he's barely gotten above that in his last 5. So he's not been great, but on the season, he's been okay. 8 goals. Ricci has been pretty good. Souza's been not as good as I'd hoped, but he's been, on the season, he's been pretty decent. Inlundulu's our main man, and Marcos Leonardo, he's had good running spurts of goal scoring for him, but recently it's not been ideal. He's had a few games off. He comes back into the squad for this match, and we'll see if he can make a difference. Let's get into the match. I'm going to say I know a lot of you will be keen to avenge what happened when we last played Livingston. Go out there and express yourselves. Almost everyone, but John Torol is happy about that, and Inlundulu does not show any sort of result at all. I have faith. Inlundulu's good. Torol still nervous. You should be nervous. You're playing pretty poorly. How do you feel ahead of the second match against Livingston in quick succession? Just another day at the office. Both teams come to this one in a spell of poor form. Is this therefore a good opportunity to step up and arrest your recent struggles? We have to show that we want this more than they do. We're both in a similar predicament, so we need to be up for the challenge. Absolutely. We take the field. And there we go. And I don't know. We started off the game all right. 2 shots in the first 8 minutes, but no highlights. Finally have a highlight here in the 11th minute. It's going to be a corner from Sousa into Inlundulu. It hits the crossbar. I don't think the keeper got a touch to it. Hits the crossbar and goes over. And we've looked the better team so far. This is an encouraging start. We're getting shots. We're getting shots on target. We're doing pretty well defensively. Knock on wood. Sousa sliding in. Odasoe, of course, getting there. Inlundulu on the ball. Exactly who you want on the ball. Inlundulu driving at the defense. Into Marcos Leonardo. Looking for a return, maybe. He goes to Ricci instead, but he can't quite get there. Gets intercepted, and they go on a counterattack. And now we go on a counter to the counterattack, except we go all the way back to the keeper. So much for that. So, we have to build a complete attack from the back, and it looks like we might. Odasoe on the ball. Into Josh Knight. Over to John Torol. Looks like we're trying to build up a little bit. Into Clark. Mitch Clark in a good position. He's going to be able to get a cross in, I think. He puts a low cross in Lundulu. Goes back out for Ricci. Back to the back post for Alfonso Sousa. And Alfonso Sousa scores a goal. Exactly who I want to score. I feel like he needs a little bit of confidence. He's not been at his best recently, but he's a guy we put a lot of money into and a lot of our hopes into. He was supposed to be like the key signing this year, and he's been all right. He's not hit the ground running like I kind of hoped. He's had a decent season, but that's good to see him get a goal. It's good to see our attack actually score. And it's nearly another, but it was a penalty. Oh, it's a penalty. I thought it was a foul, but it is a foul on us. But no, it's a penalty. Foul on them. Who takes this? Is this Ricci? It is Ricci. And he's going to put it into the bottom corner. Matteo Ricci scores another goal to put us 2-0 up. It's starting well. We might look to be finally turning our form around. I know it said Livingston weren't in good form either. I don't care. A win's a win. We needed this. I want to do well in these cup competitions. I'm hoping we can do well and avoid Rangers and Celtic. Hopefully they get knocked out at some point. That would be ideal. Maybe they take each other on early on in the competition and knock each other out. That'd be best. But yeah, if we can find a final that's non-Rangers or Celtic, I'd give us a 100% chance of winning it. Well, okay, I won't say that. 100% chance. But I give us a chance. We definitely have a good chance of winning it. If it's Celtic or Rangers, not so much. But we just got to play as well as we can. Try to get there, and then whatever happens, happens. We've beaten Celtic before. We know we can do it. I'm going to tell them I'm very pleased with their performance. A good look from both the attack and the defense after a pretty poor run of form from both, really. I don't know what's changed from this match to the last match, but we are absolutely bossing this game. Sousa looking for a second, but he goes all the way back to White. And that's going to be the end of the highlight. Yeah, we've been on top of this game by a wide margin. 19 shots to 2, 12 shots on target to 1. 0.14 XG to 2.23. Like, we are fully deserved all the goals we've gotten so far. They don't deserve to have anything. We need to make a few changes, though. Ricci and Souza are tired. Otisoe's on a yellow. I don't like that because he's a ball winner. So I might take him off even though he's playing well. He's not super tired, but bring in Andy Halliday. Ricci and Souza. I mean, they're both playing well. Ricci, I mean, he scored a penalty. That's most of his. I'm going to take Ricci off, actually. I want the midfielder to be a little bit more fit. I think he's more important to be fit than the winger. So we're going to change that out. Make our final change here in about 5-6 minutes. As they put in a cross, but it gets headed away. Looks like Toro's going to win the ball. And he puts the ball up to Marcus Leonardo. It's a one on the entire team, pretty much. It's all Marcus Leonardo. There's a man arriving at the back post, but he's not going to be able to find him. He gets swarmed. Pulls the ball back to Sousa, into Irving. Nice to see Irving come on and make a difference in this game, but the ball goes awry, but it finds its way back to Mitch Clark. Puts it back in for Halliday. Into Irving. Looking for not that preferably, but whatever. You do you. As they're looking to go on a counterattack here, Devlin's being closed down. Finds the ball to Miller. He just bursts past his man. Puts in a long shot. Well, that's not ideal. I don't think that was in the script for their second shot on target of the game from 40 yards out. What a shot by Miller. I mean, to take on his man, just beat him with pace, and then to place it in the bottom corner. I mean, you gotta give the man his rights, but we gotta be doing better there. They have 0.18 XG, and they still have a goal. If we don't win this game, oh, I don't like where this is going. It's all Livingston right now, and they put it across. And their third shot on target equals their second goal. Football Manager must hate me right now. That's the only conclusion I can come up to. Football Manager absolutely hates me. Livingston have done nothing all game. They have a good 2-minute stretch, and we're 2-2. We have absolutely destroyed them all game long. Irving and Halliday comes in, and we just crap our pants. We're at 90 minutes. Toro's been awful. He's tired. He's coming off. Leonardo's been awful, but Toro's on a yellow as well. Bring Karamoko Dembele. I don't know what to do. This is just very disappointing. I'm going to berate the team because they have just been absolutely awful recently, and it's 2-2. I'm going to thrash my arm and say there's much work to be done, therefore we are training hard tomorrow. Made the last change. I feel like I made that last change a little too late, but having helped us seem to be a comfortable lead, you must be disappointed to have come away with only a draw. I am very disappointed. We thought the game was won, lost our concentration, and threw it all away. Danny Lundulu had a pretty torrid time in front of goal, didn't he? Even the best players have bad days. It's not something I'm going to spend time worrying about. He's the best player on our team. I mean, we scored goals. Our defense is just so bad right now. I know they played well for about 75 minutes, but in a 5-minute stretch, they just capitulated. Completely fell apart. And we are denied by a late goal. That is frustrating. That is very frustrating. And now we have Rangers. That's going to be fun. So I'll see you for that. And we are back for the Rangers match in the Scottish Premiership. And we are almost back to full strength. Michael Smith is back. Stephen Kingsley is back, which is very important because he's been in some pretty dang good form. He had one poor match, but other than that, he's been in really good form before he got injured. So maybe he can make a difference. But the big loss that I don't know if we can recover from and have any chance of winning this game is Otisoe is suspended. So we're going to be without probably our second best player this season. Lundulu's still been as amazing as ever, so I can't really not have him as the best player. But Otisoe has just been so consistent in that ball-winning midfield position, and everyone else has been so turd in that position. So, yeah, not a great combination, but all I want is just to not be embarrassed. Like, show that you deserve to be in this league, in the same league as Rangers. Show you deserve to be in the same league as Rangers. That's all I want. Don't get blown out like we did our first time playing them. I don't know. I'm not optimistic. As you can tell, maybe I should be looking to be more optimistic, but we've beaten Celtic, but I don't know. Rangers have been another level in this series so far. Let's just get into it. I guess I'm going to say we owe Rangers after what happened in our last match. I kind of wanted to say there's nothing to lose. Just go out there and play football. Hope you win. Maybe not say that. But how much of a difference does Giannis Hadji make to Rangers? His quality is unquestionable. I don't think anyone can disagree with that. How big of an absence will Owen Odusoye be due to suspension in this huge match? You can't replace a player like Owen, and it's unthinkable to go into a match of this importance without him. Absolutely unthinkable. Yeah, our form is a little bad, and considering how we played last match, I don't know. We played well. We just didn't for 5 minutes, and we drew because of it. And we did get the draw for the quarterfinal of the Scottish Cup, and we got a championship team. They're still yet to play. It's 2 championship teams playing each other. They have a replay just like we do, so whoever wins that replay, we will get. So we are guaranteed to get a Scottish championship team, though, if we can beat Livingston. And that match is right after this match. It's not going to be on camera, but I don't think it's of that much importance. Obviously, I want to get this ship turned around, get in some good form, because if we don't, we're quickly going to fall out of third and slide down the table, and I don't want that. Obviously, I don't want that. I want to show that we're the third best team in the Scottish Premiership. I want to show us we're the third best team in the Scottish Premiership, and runs like these isn't going to help that. Obviously, it's not going to be righted today. I don't see any reality in where we beat Rangers, but like I said before, just show you deserve to be here. That's all I want. I'm not super concerned about the result. It's the performance more than anything. Show you deserve to be in this league. Give them a fight. Make them work for the win. Don't just, oh my gosh. Long shot from Giannis Hadji, and it nearly goes in. Craig Gordon just barely able to get down to it. And we're lucky to have Craig Gordon for this match because he got a little bit of an injury between matches. But it was only like 2-day injury, so he was able to come back. We had a backup goalkeeper as well as being without Odusoye. Like, that's just game over. And it's so far, it's pretty much been game over as they have absolutely destroyed us so far. Toral's been injured. He's playing like absolute turtage, so he's immediately going to come off. He's been the worst performer on the pitch. He's been good at points this season. Oh, good block by John Sutar. But he's been really good at some points. Like, he's been a good assister. He's scored a few goals. But he's just really streaky. He's up and down. He's so inconsistent. Even though I don't think inconsistency is on his report, oh, that's a penalty. We have a penalty against Rangers. We have the chance to take the lead against Rangers in the 33rd minute. Matteo Ricci, very good penalty taker. Let's just throw that out there. He's a very good penalty taker. Who finds the back of the net? He goes to the left side again. The goalkeeper's right. And he gets his 9th goal of the season. And he is tied currently with assists for the most assists for Hearts in the Scottish Premiership with 14. He has 14 assists at this point in the season, which is pretty dang impressive. Like, I talked about Toral not really being as good as I'd hoped. Ricci's been everything and more. Like, it wasn't a panic buy, but he wasn't my first choice. He wasn't my first option. We end up with Ricci, and he's repaid the effort of bringing him in. He's repaid it. He's been very good. He's been a good penalty taker. He's created a lot of chances. I'm very happy with Matteo Ricci. I just need to see more from John Toral. Afonso Sousa, he scored in the last match, but on the season as a whole, he's not set the world alight. In Lundulu, though, he does. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be so pessimistic because we are 2-0 up on Rangers. Inlundulu with an absolute rocket. Souza puts the ball across to Dembele. Karamoko Dembele comes in, plays the ball through to Inlundulu, takes one touch, and rockets it at the near post. Beats the keeper at his near post. Keeper's got to be a little bit better there, I feel like. He's on a 6.5. You can't be beat that easily at your near post. We are completely FMing them. We have 2 shots, and they've both gone in. I would be very mad at this if I was Rangers right now, but I'm not, so I'm pretty happy. I like it. I mean, we've shown we can throw it all away in 5 minutes against a much worse team than Rangers, in much worse form than Rangers. But if we ended up 2-2, like I was mad last match, I would not be mad if this ended in a 2-2. That's a good result. That's a very good result. So, yeah. I'm feeling pretty good. Like, they've not created really anything. We have the higher XG. I know most of it's because of the penalty. But, hey, we haven't scored every single shot. Just 2 out of 3. We've had the possession, though. We've had the pass completion. They're just creating a lot of chances. But they're not the best. 7 shots, only 0.5 XG. I think we almost kind of don't really, but kind of maybe sort of deserve it. Do I tell them I'm happy? Because last time I did, they crapped their pants. I'm going to say you might be winning if that could all change if your performance levels drop. Don't let that happen. No complacency. We let our team get complacent last match. We can't let that happen twice. It might happen twice. It might not all be complacency if it happens this time, because Rangers are obviously a very good team. They're top of the league. Not anymore. But coming into this match, they were top of the league. 10 points ahead of us with games in hand. But now they're only 10 points ahead of us. And they went from having 3 games in hand, I think. They have 3 games in hand at the start of this episode. Dan. What can I say about Dan Inlundulu? He is a monster. We have to sign this guy on a permanent deal. He's like the best striker in the Scottish Premiership. What a header that is. I love Dan Inlundulu, and you should too. Sousa's a little bit tired, hasn't really done much this game. Anthony Alonga can come in, some speed down that wing. Kingsley hasn't had his best game. He's tired too. And he's just coming back from injury. I'll take him off. Bring in Mitch Clark. And Leonardo again. We've really struggled for a second striker to step up recently. Like, Leonardo hasn't scored. This will be his 4th straight match where he hasn't scored. And no one else has scored either. So, obviously, for this match, Inlundulu's enough. But long term, we need another striker to start scoring some goals. It looks like it's going to be enough today, though. As we are in the 83rd minute, and we are 3-0 up. If we throw this one away, we're in the 83rd minute, and we're still 3-0 up. That would have been perfect if we scored right there. 83rd minute, put it 4-0 up. That's game, set, match. Tell the team to focus. Gonna go defensive. Just see this game out. We have beaten Rangers. We have done it. We have beaten Celtic, and now we have beaten Rangers. Wow. Maybe I shouldn't be so pessimistic, because we might be in terrible form. We might have just blown a 2-goal lead, but we almost scored again. We just blew out Rangers. Maybe not fully deserved, but we beat them. That's what matters. No one cares about how the game was won. They just care that it was won, and today it has been. They're not coming back. That is full time. Yeah. We're not going to throw this one away. We had the XG advantage. Even if you take out the penalty, we had the XG advantage. We turned that around in the second half. We continued our decent run of form to end the first half, into the second. Dominated them in possession. Better pass completion. Dominated them in the XG. More shots on target. We went from having 2 shots, 2 on target, to their 7 shots, 4 on target, to 10 and 6 with their 9 and 5. We shut them out in the second half. What a game from our defense. I mean, what a game from our attack. Dan Inlundulu, Everyone bow. He is your god now. That was really special, lads. Nobody gave us a chance, but you played magnificently. Congratulations. Congratulations. You've got to be pleased with the result and a performance as impressive as that. We did our job and looked impressive in doing so. A good day at the office. Absolutely. I'm not going to get too gung-ho on that because, yeah, I mean, we kind of got to sneak one of those out every now and then. But, hey, if we have any chance of overtaking Celtic and Rangers, we're going to have games like that. Where Daniel Ndulu just goes crazy. Just almost single-handedly wins the game for the team. We cruise to a 3-0 victory. We finally have beaten Rangers. Now we have 2 losses, 1 draw, and 1 win. Daniel Ndulu on form. He is just so good. I don't know how he's so good. Obviously, he's really good physically. He's solid everywhere. He's just a very balanced player. 16 heading, even though he's only 5'11", but he has 15 jumping reach. Sometimes height doesn't matter if you have good jumping reach. He's just so good. Hopefully Southampton let us keep him next season. When does his contract run out? 2023. So let us loan him for another season. And then don't re-sign him and let us have him. Please. Please. Please, Southampton. Now we need to find where we're coming back. We're getting close to the end of the season. We might come back for the end of the season. I think we are. Celtic in Hibernian. There's probably going to be a Scottish Cup match. Well, I'm not going to say probably. We just beat Rangers, but I'm not going to get too ahead of myself. There might be a Scottish Cup 6th round. I'm guessing that's the quarterfinal. Yeah, it is the quarterfinal. There might be a Scottish Cup quarterfinal game coming up, but I still think I might come back for Celtic and Hibernian. Into the season. Obviously, we're not winning anything this season in terms of we're not going to win anything in terms of the Premiership, so do I really need to show both matches? Or we might actually win the Scottish Cup. I don't think Celtic and Rangers got each other. They weren't drawn by the time I looked last time. Let's see. Quarterfinal. They are playing each other. Celtic is playing Rangers, so one will be gone. We are playing Partick Thistle if we win. Other teams in are St. Johnstone, Aberdeen, Hibernian, and Hamilton, so we need to win here. We need to beat Livingston. Then we should beat Partick Thistle. And we need St. Johnstone, Aberdeen, Hibernian, or Hamilton. One of those teams to knock out whoever wins this match. And we have a chance. So, no guarantees when we'll be back. Depends on when the Scottish Cup quarterfinal is. Depends if we make it to the Scottish Cup quarterfinal for one. So, I'll see you next time. Probably for Celtic at least. But thank you all for joining me. If you made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials are also in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.